And hello guys, today in this video I have got a very interesting project to share with you all. As you can see on the screen, I have got a miniature digital photo frame working. So in this video I'll take you through the different process that I followed in a step-by-step manner to get this photo frame working. So without any further delay, let us get started. So the first step in the process was to identify the different parts that I would actually use. So I zeroed in on this 1.4-inch screen from Adafruit. So the main reason behind this choice was the built-in micro SD card reader. So otherwise I would have to add an external card reader to the display, and it just adds to the wiring, and I thought this was more compact than the other options. And also this is really tiny. So and then beyond the display, the heart of the system is the controller. So there are different options. I could have gone with Arduino Mini, Arduino Micro, and there are different options. And I went in with the VMOS D1 Mini mainly because of the small size and also its capabilities, Arduino like capabilities. So later on, if I want to expand this project, which would need internet capabilities, at the time the VMOS D1 Mini will really come in handy. So that was a logical reason for going with VMOS D1 Mini. So moving on, I really didn't want to have any wires dangling around, and so I thought of fabricating a PCB for this. So to fabricate the PCB, first I downloaded an application called Fritzing and then made the wiring connections between the display and the VMOS D1 Mini on the breadboard tab. And when you move over to the PCB tab, you should have the connections active, and I just made minor modifications to the connections and labeled the different pinouts, and finally the PCB layout was ready. So from the menu bar I choose to export the PCB diagram. So from the menu bar I generated a Gerber file and then sent it to a PCB manufacturer and got the PCB ready. With the fabrication of the PCB, now I have all the different components required for this project. I have the display and I have the fabricated PCB and also the VMOS D1 Mini. So there was a minor error in the PCB tracks that I created, and as a result I had to solder two wires onto it. I have fixed those errors in the connection diagram that I have attached in the description of this video, so you guys need not worry about that. Okay, so in order to save time, I have not shown the soldering process of the headers onto the components. So here is the code that I wrote for turning this component system into a miniature digital photo frame. So if you take a look into the code, you will find an option to set the slideshow interval between multiple photos. You can play around with that and you can set the time interval as you desire. Okay, after checking the code, I finally compiled it and then uploaded it onto the VMOS D1 Mini. So now is the time for adding all the images. I downloaded some emoji images from the internet. All these images that I downloaded were in random shapes and sizes, so they had to be converted to a uniform dimension. So for that I used the software called Fastone Image Resizer and then turned all the JPEGs and the different sized images into a uniform file size with .bmp extension. That is, the images have been converted to bitmap extension of the same size. So once the images were resized, I copied the images onto an SD card and inserted it onto the micro SD card slot on the Adafruit display. So once the VMOS D1 Mini is powered, we have a functional miniature digital photo frame. So as I mentioned earlier, we have an option to change the time interval between the photo transitions. For encasing this digital photo frame, and I have left it as it is. So that is pretty much it with this project. So let me know in the comments down below as to what you think about this and what else can be done with this display and VMOS D1 mini setup. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye bye.